Okay, and we are here once again in Banning Simulator X with another massive update to the game. This adds in a ton of new stuff, fixes a lot of bugs, it just has a lot of really cool changes as well, and you can probably already tell with one of them, and you've already seen it as well. That is of course the UI. Now of course this has had some mixed reactions so far. I think realistically it's just people are used to how the old one was. However, I think it's actually quite a good UI. It's really decent as well for newer players, I think, as well. It's kind of having the main buttons on one side and kind of the other stuff on the other side. But it is what it is. But I do think it is a pretty decent UI. And of course, you can already see one of the changes over here as well, which is the OP pet quest down here. We'll have a look at that in just a moment as well. It's actually fairly easy to do for the strength of pet that you actually can get as well. But yeah, so there is a ton of new changes. Of course, we have the throwback egg as well, which we will look at in just a moment. We have some new leaderboards as well, with a world prestige leaderboard for whoever has the most world prestiges right now in the Banlands, as well as the time trial leaderboards for the people who get to the highest wave on the hard difficulty as well. So that is also really good as well. Somehow people have gotten all the way up to 42, which is crazy. But yeah, that is also some really good stuff as well. Inside of the shop we do have a couple new things as well. If we scroll all the way down, we do have some currency and gem purchases. Now of course gems still don't exactly have a point in the game, or they don't really have a use in the game yet. However, of course, this does mean, or it can potentially mean, that these gems will soon have a use, which is pretty cool as well. But of course, if you are struggling for some coins, you can just go ahead and buy them outright as well to progress a little bit quicker through all the worlds, which is really cool as well. And yeah, that's just another really good one. And in terms, if we go over to the items as well, as you can see, I'm already still looking for the items over here. When we go into the items, we also do have all of these slightly new UIs as well, just to kind of help out with clicking through things. And one thing you will realise as well is that prismatics have now been changed to secrets as well. Again, another one that did have slightly mixed reactions, but I think this one is probably for the better, considering the fact that newer players will just know what secrets are. So of course it just kind of helps with just having overall knowledge of the game. Prismatics, again, is a cool name. However, I think it's just a lot easier to know what secrets are if they're just called secrets in general. So I think that's a pretty decent change as well. Other things as well, we do have some new titles. If we go back to the items and over to the titles, we have the prestige ones right here, as you can see, and also the time trial ones as well, which actually have specific waves on them. As you can see, apparently it's going to be possible to get up to wave 100 at some point as well, which will be absolutely mental. However, yeah, I think right now the only people that really have any sort of cool title is the Gearworks Paladin at level 40 or wave 40, and I'm pretty sure there's only 3 people have that title so far, it seems. So again, that is absolutely crazy, but we will get there at some point, so just kind of wait it out. But it's a really cool looking one right there as well. In terms of some other things, we do have some brand new daily rewards as well. As you can see, these can give you coin bags, can give you some boosts as well, and even give you the Robux eggs, which will be really cool as well, of course, for the newer players and just players in general who want to collect certain items. And of course, all the way down here you can get a coins chest. In terms of the coin bags and the coins chest, if we just quickly scroll down, you'll be getting the second set right here and the third set of the Robux currency purchases, which again will be really strong for the newer players and also the free-to-play players as well. So that'll always be a massive W right there. In terms of everything else, you can just kind of quickly go into the mastery now and see what you've actually unlocked, which is pretty cool as well. You can go straight to the index, so instead of course just going all the way down to the lava lands, you can just go straight into the pet mastery right here and have a look at every single egg. And of course, Robux eggs have now also been added right here too, although there is a little bit of a glitch right now, as you can see. I believe you can actually kind of claim some of these in terms of hatching the void versions, which isn't really possible. So I guess if you're looking for some free boost, try that out. Hopefully it'll get patched fairly soon though as well. And of course we can also see the limited eggs in here now as well, with the 500k event egg in here. Sadly I didn't actually hatch the prismatic on this account, as you guys might know, But of course, yeah, and the same thing as well down here for the throwback egg as well. I think I do actually need to collect a few of these because I have now actually completed quite a lot of them, as you can see. So we may as well just get even more boost out of this real quick. That'll always be really good as well. But yeah, again, just, you know, kind of a lot quicker now that you can just click it right there as well, which is always a massive W. There's also friendship rewards in the game right now. So of course, if you are playing with games, this can actually increase the currency that you are gaining within the game, which I do believe also works for the gears right here as well, which again is now also visible straight away. So yeah, basically if you are doing time trials, just do a time trial with a load of friends in your server, and I do believe you'll get a ton more gears right there as well, which will also be really good. And then of course we can now move on to the pet quest as well, which is this right here, and the reward is of course is the Bio Destroyer. Now as you can see, you basically need to play for 60 minutes and ban 250 NPCs. Now to be fairly honest, this is extremely easy. The banning 250 NPCs is super easy. Of course, if you're even just like, you know, 2 or 3 worlds down, just come down to the forest, put on your auto fight, and of course then you can just go ahead and just literally hit these NPCs super quick. It really won't take you too long, and of course if it is going to take you that long, honestly you'll just kind of do both of these at the same time anyways. And then of course once you've done that, you can click claim right there, go over to your items, and then of course we'll search in the Bio Destroy right here, and here it is. Now there's currently 570 of these in existence, and of course it is the secret rarity as well. So of course if you are looking for your first secret, go for this. However, I do not believe this works in terms of the actual titles, so I don't think you'll get a title from this. Of course, actually, yeah, you won't, because I actually don't have the title either, as you can see right there. But yeah, it is a really strong pet overall. 20.66 thousand damage with 930 bans as well. For a starter pet that most people can get pretty much instantly, honestly, is a really strong pet. And honestly, you know, you'll just have a lot of fun. It'll make it a lot easier going through the worlds as well. So a great little quest there for the starter players that I would highly recommend going for. And then one more thing as well, I do believe there is a secret hatch bot as well now in the Discord server. So if you are looking to, you know, trying to get a, like, you know, a ping or something, say you're out away somewhere from your computer and you're hatching and you want to know if you've got a secret or not, you can go ahead and actually link your Roblox account to the secret hatches bot. However, I do believe it is down just at the moment, so we'll have to kind of, like, you know, just see how that one goes. But of course it will probably be out in a couple of days as well, so that'll be really cool as well. And then just before we get into the throwback egg, just some other things as well. There is of course quite a lot of quality of life stuff, such as, you know, the UI being changed. The auto delete now also works via the actual egg UI over here. So instead of going into your settings over here and scrolling all the way down to do it down here, instead all you have to do is just select the pet like so, whichever one you want to auto delete, and then boom, it'll just instantly auto delete. Now I do believe as well that legendaries can be selected. I'm not too sure if they actually delete though, because I do believe I've had the Minty Angel on auto delete the whole time. However, if we just quickly go over to here right now, yeah, as you can see, I'm still hatching them, so I'm not too sure if the legendaries actually auto delete yet, but of course we'll have to wait and see for that one. And then one other really cool thing as well is that you can now actually search the rarity of the actual pet instead of just the name. So if you are just looking to look at all of your secrets, say you're trying to get like a quick picture for a trading like inventory or something like that, as you can see, boom, we can just search secrets and all our secrets will show up. Or we can search a legendary, if I can actually spell it, that'd be nice. There we go, and you can see just all the legendaries in your inventory will then pop up, so that is also a really good one as well. And then now let's go ahead and actually get straight into the throwback egg. So this does cost you around, I think it's 10,000 coins, which again is very cheap, so starter players, make sure you are going straight over to this. But basically this egg is filled with all sorts of fan favourites from previous games. I believe some of these are from Banning Simulator 1 and 2, as well as Science Simulator as well. And we can actually see these over here in the throwback egg. So if we go into the regular pets right now and just have a quick look, as you can see, all of these right here, really cool pets. Of course, this one I do believe is from Science Simulator, which is a tier 3, which can go all the way up to 18,000 damage. And then in terms of the actual Radiant version as well, it can actually go all the way up to 56,000 damage and 2,000 bans as well, which is really good, as you can see. Unfortunately though, we've got none of those so far. But someone has already made one, which is pretty crazy. 4 for the Frosty Wyvern and then 4 for the Minty Angel as well. In terms of the secrets, as you can see, there is 3 in the egg. I'm not exactly too sure on the full amount of them, or well, like the actual hatching chance of them. But as you can see, this is right here, I believe, is a crowned sugar prince, which might be 1 in 2 million, something like that. I'm not exactly, I honestly don't know. You can see the chance there, right there, though, with the percentage. But this is very, very strong as well, doing 90,000 damage just at level 1 and 180,000 damage at level 30, sorry, with 5,000 bands maxed out. Next up as well, we have another one. I can't remember the name of this one off the top of my head, but it's definitely something. I know someone in the comments will tell me, where this can go up to a maximum of 195,000 damage and 5,000 bands as well. I believe this one's the Violet Striker, or this one might be the Violet Striker, one of the two. But this one can go all the way up to 220,000 damage and 6,000 bands as well. And then finally we have the new Primordial as well. Of course the name for this one has not changed, but I believe this is the Crescential Orbit, something like that, if it's how that's pronounced, you know. But somehow already there is 2 of these. I believe it is 1 in 10 million to hatch this, with it doing 450,000 damage at max and also 9,000 bands. As you can see, absolutely crazy. And somehow, someway, if someone does get a Radiant of this, as you can see, it's going to go all up to 1 million damage and 28,000 bands as well. And then there are the stats for the rest of them, for the Radiant variants as well, which is pretty crazy. Somehow, maybe a Radiant version of this exists. I'm not too sure if that's true though, but honestly, if it does, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, that is all the stats right now for the Throwback Egg as well. In terms of just some other things, I do believe Time Trials has also had a slight improvement. We'll just quickly jump in right now, and I'll just quickly show you that improvement. As you can see, I do believe currency is also being slightly increased as well there, from 6.5 to 7.25. But as you can see, let me just quickly get all of these things kind of like, you know, just swarmed around me. Because as you might have known before, once they kind of like group around, you can only hit one at once. However, now you can actually eliminate all of them together, which is really cool as well. So of course that does allow you to get a lot more, like, you know, well, get through the waves a little bit quicker as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, overall a massive update, a really fun update as well, and hopefully finally I'll be able to hatch one of the secrets. Please game, let me get one of these secrets because I love all of these pets. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.